excited about UAB. Bill Clark is a good friend, and I got a lot of respect for what he's done with their program. What a tremendous job they've done since cutting football and then building it back really quick. A lot of talented, really fast players, especially defensively. They've been a top 5, top 10 team in the country 4 or 5 years in a row now, and they play really hard. They're physical up front, offensively, and you find out a lot about a team when you turn on special teams, and when you see how hard they play, the punts they blocked. They do a tremendous job. So we're excited to get back home, get to Sandler Stadium in front of a packed crowd, and get this game.
Kirby, you mentioned a couple days ago your concerns with the COVID, I think spike was the word you used. Is there an update on that? I know the number 3 and 4 was kicked out. I saw some people reporting 3 or 4 players, but I don't know that you specifically said that.
No. What I said is we had the highest amount we've had since the beginning of fall camp, and that is a spike. But that's staff and players combined, and total numbers not over 5. But that's staff and players. So I think that got blown way, way out of proportion. So spike, to me, is 0 to 5. But that's staff and players included.
Kirby, just asking about a different topic. Linebackers, middle linebackers, they're getting smaller, faster, quicker. Henry To'oTo'o, you faced him a few times at Tennessee. What kind of player is he? And what does his size and speed bring to that position?
Well, I mean, the way the game's changed, inside backers are athletes. You look across the NFL, they're not taking on ISOs and fullbacks and hitting leads. They're in space, playing empty, playing 5 out, playing Alvin Kamara, Caffrey, people like that. So inside backers have got to be much better athletes nowadays than they've ever been, and it changes kind of who you recruit and how you recruit. You have to look at alternative positions to find the best inside backer. Sometimes on high school teams, they're not even playing inside backer.
Yeah, you go back 10 years ago when you were coaching at Alabama, you had Dante Hightower's 260 pounds. Just that speaks to how different things are today.
Yeah, but he was a really good athlete. He's one of the best I've ever been around, and so was Rolando. So they were big, but they were really good athletes too. So the game has changed, but they have other abilities. So they can play big ball and they can pass rush as well on third down as like defensive end. So you never turn down size speed because they can play multiple positions.
Coach, Nakobe Dean and Nolan Smith had a big game the other night. What would you say the biggest jump Nakobe has made from last year to this year in terms of his improvement in his play? What would be the biggest jump you would think that he's made so far?
Confidence and leadership. He's always been a great kid, a hard worker, one of the fastest to learn things and understand the defense that I've probably ever been around. He came in and immediately picked up the defense. Very conscientious of his work ethic, but the biggest area of improvement has been his confidence and his leadership.
You got me all right, Coach?
Yep, yes, Steve.
Zamir White, what impressed you about his game against Clemson, Coach?
Toughness, hard nose, physical runs. He doesn't shy away from contact. He has a really toughness and caring about his teammates, selfless. That's kind of got to be the mantra of our team, but also our running back room, because we've got talented guys in there, and they've got to understand that they serve a even greater purpose in their role on special teams and all-around team morale, even though not any one of them is going to get tons of opportunities and carries. You're not going to end up with a guy with 20 carries probably, not with the backfield that we have, but it's still demoralizing to other teams to have a fresh back coming at you all the time.
And you mentioned it with UAB, and I realized they played on a Wednesday last week, and them playing multiple quarterbacks as well. What impresses you about both Johnston and Hopkins there for the Blazers, Coach?
Well, they both have a lot of experience. They do a great job. That offense sets up nicely for them. Johnston seems like he's been playing forever, and Hopkins has got a great arm talent. They've got a really good pairing there. They understand their route system. They're a play action launch it team on you. They run the ball really well. They getting themselves in long yardage situations, and that helps them be efficient offensively.
Coach, kind of a two-parter here. Listening the other night, you were saying you're not sure if you were an elite pass rush team, something to that effect, but you could affect the quarterback. Could you clarify that? And to follow up, Jordan Davis playing in his home city, Bronco Nagurski Player of the Week. Just kind of some thoughts about Jordan and the direction that he's gone in.
Yeah, I don't really remember exactly what you're talking about on the other one. The term elite we use is to cause turnovers and havoc and score on defense. But I don't really know what you're referencing on the other. I'm not saying I didn't say that. I don't really know what context that is. But Jordan has been tremendous. He's worked really hard. As he continues to work to keep his weight down, and that's part of staying humble, is continuing to work and be explosive and affect teams in the pass game. Obviously, he's a space eater. He's a dominant guy against the run. He's hard to move. But I think it was great for him to go back to Charlotte and have a good game, because that's home to him, and his mom still lives there and works. His little brother's there, and it just means a lot to him to go back. A lot of the reason why he decided to come back, he wanted to have a big game.
What is the weight, Coach, if you don't mind me asking? He's so big at 6'6". What is the ideal weight for him?
It's a body mass. It's it's body fat, body mass, bone structure. There's a lot of things that go into that. So it's hard to say what that is optimal. There, 166 guy could be 200. 166 guy could be 350, 360. But it's not the weight that concerns me as much as the stamina. And stamina is much more important than just weight alone. So if he can play, 15, 20 snaps in a row at 350